Welcome to another video. Today we'll be predicting the Carabao Cup round of 16, where Grimsby, who are 6th in League 2, take on 11th place Premier League team Brentford. So yeah, let's start off with Grimsby. They beat Man United in the last round 12-11. Yeah, which was awesome, and it was an upset of the century. I was in the theatre watching Jurassic World at that point. So, yeah, that was quite cool and funny to see, coming from a Swans fan there. But then we talk about Brentford. I did predict them to go down, and they are really punching above their weight in the Premier League at the moment. They are sitting 11th, as their rivals Fulham are in 17th. But let's get onto them later, because they are still in this cup competition. Yeah, Brentford beat Aston Villa, also a Premier League team, on penalties. The game finished 1-1, and then Brentford beat Villa 4-2 on penalties. So yeah, it doesn't matter how you feel these teams have been in the league. It depends on how they've done in this competition. It doesn't matter about the league or their form or anything. It doesn't matter. Anything can happen in a cup competition. So yeah, that's why I've gone with a Grimsby win, 2-2 and 4-2 on full time 2-2. Grimsby win 4-2 on penalties. So yeah, another upset. They'll be in the quarterfinals, the last 8. So next up, we do have Wycombe Wanderers v Fulham. Wycombe beat Wigan 2-0 in the last round, and Fulham beat Cambridge United 1-0. So yeah, Fulham 7. Right, no, sorry. Let's go back to 17th Wycombe. Michael Duff, former Swansea manager, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he says that he's very attacking at Wycombe, and I think he is dragging them up the league, which is good. I would love to go to an away day in Wycombe, which would be quite cool. Same with Fulham. I do like Craven Cottage. So yeah, I do think Wycombe are a good team. Now let's go to the even better team who are in the Premier League, Fulham. Marco Silva's Fulham. Now, I don't know what's going on with Marco Silva's Fulham, but they are 17th. They've been dragged into a relegation battle, even though they're 3 points above the drop. Yeah, they're not looking too good, and I do like Fulham. I just like them. I don't know why. They're the posh London club that used to be a yo-yo team, but no longer are. So yeah, I'll go with a 1-1, and Wycombe win 4-1 on penalties. So hang on, yeah, sorry. No, Fulham win 4-1 on penalties. I don't know why it's the other way around, but doesn't matter. Anyway, we go to the next cup match. Wrexham v Cardiff. I don't care what these two did in the last round, but I'll check now. But Cardiff sit top of EFL League 1, and Wrexham sit in 16th in the Championship. It's a Welsh derby. Anything can happen. So, yeah, it's going to have a fun time. Wrexham beat Reading 2-0 in the last round, and Cardiff beat Burnley. Yeah, Burnley. An upset, I would say. Yeah, that's a big upset, I would say. Not the biggest, like Grimsby beating Man United on penalties. But it was an upset. A League One team playing a Premier League team. So yeah, it's gonna be a fun night. This is gonna be a really big game. 21 years since these two Welsh teams crossed each other's paths. Now, I'm pretty sure Wrexham won. I don't remember. Maybe Cardiff won. I don't really remember. I didn't exist back then. I'm 13. But I remember seeing something that either Wrexham or Cardiff won that, obviously. So yeah, I do think it'll be a big win. It'll be a really good game to watch, as it will finish 3-2 to Cardiff. A lot of people are siding with Wrexham, but because Cardiff in League One, they are I would say that they're the underdogs. So yeah, Cardiff. Well, Swansea are the underdogs. That's why Snoop Dogg bought us. But that's why Cardiff are seen and portrayed as the underdogs in this fixture. So yeah, I've gone with that. So next up we have Brighton taking on Arsenal at the Emirates Stadium. So Arsenal, top of the Premier League, incredible, and they've gotten here. Was playing a good. They beat Port Vale 2-0, and it was a very good Port Vale team who seemed quite good. And Brighton beat Barnsley 6-0 for some reason. I do like I watched some of Colin Fowler's videos. It seems that Barnsley are in the sort of situation Swansea were in the Championship a few years ago when we came down from the Premier League. We just got into the playoffs and just kept on missing, hitting and missing, hitting and missing. They got into it once and missed, and then they just dropped all the way down to League One, which is not a very good step. And they don't have squad depth. So yeah, that's why they probably lost. That's why they lost 6-0. But Brighton, who are 13th in the Premier League, solid position. So yeah, I'm gonna go for an upset. 1-1. Brighton win 5-4 on penalties. So yeah, Arsenal won't be in the next round. They could win it. These are just predictions. If Arsenal win it, it'll be very entertaining, but Brighton will be out. I think Brighton have a good shot at winning this trophy because they're ran Moneyball. It's good style. Like same with their other clubs that that owner owns, like Hearts and Union St Gilloise. Hearts are top of the Scottish Prem this year after beating Celtic 3-1. I'm not Scottish, so I don't do Scottish predictions. And then we got Union St Gilloise, who won the Belgian League last year. Will Brighton win it? Don't know. Will they ever win it? Probably, yeah. Yeah, as Brighton will move on to the next round in my predictions. And as we move on next to Liverpool v Crystal Palace. Liverpool have been really disappointing. I've watched them a lot this year. Liverpool sit 7th in the league behind Man United. And Crystal Palace are in 10th. So yeah. I don't know why, but Liverpool keep coming up against Crystal Palace. It's really strange. Liverpool have played them quite a lot this season and last season. It's really strange. I don't really get why. And then Palace, who are in 10th in the Premier League, beats Millwall. Millwall. It was 1-1 full time, and then Crystal Palace beat Millwall 4-2 on penalties, and Liverpool beat Southampton 2-1 with a red card from Ekitike after taking his shirt off for some reason. So yeah, I do think that Liverpool will lose again. Yay! As the final score will end 3-2 to Crystal Palace. I don't know why that says Brighton. It's supposed to say Crystal Palace, but that doesn't really matter, guys. Ignore that. It's supposed to say Crystal Palace. So we move on to the next round, where my team, Swansea, after beating Crystal Palace... Sorry, Nottingham Forest 3-2. We were losing 2-0 at half time. So, yeah, I was there. Best game of my entire life. Uh, yeah, it was really, really fun. And now let's move on to talk about the smaller club, Manchester City, who beat Huddersfield 2-0. So, yeah, obviously they won the treble in recent years. So, this is my first time watching Swansea against not a Premier League club because Forest are in the Prem, against a super team. Will Haaland be playing? Probably not. Will Foden be playing? Probably. Will Marmoush be playing? No. I don't know who. Will Donnarumma play? No. I'm expecting James Trafford to be in the back of the net. It's going to be a very rotated team. And as fans of a specific club, we're supposed to be very delusional. But I genuinely think that we have a shot of Swansea have a shot of winning this trophy again. We beat Crawley 3-1. Then we beat Plymouth and Pens. We did have a really rotated team then. And then we beat Nottingham Forest. I think if we want to beat City, we go on to win the cup then. It's the least we could do. So yeah, I do think that Swansea will beat City 2-1. Up the Swans. There will be a vlog for that game. There will be a vlog for that game. Let's move on to Wolverhampton Wanderers v Chelsea. Wolves have been awful in recent weeks. They sit bottom of the Premier League as Chelsea sit quite comfortably in ninth. Sort of their spiritual home now, but I do think Enzo Maresca is a very good manager. And yeah, I do think he's a very, very good manager. As Wolves beat West Ham last round, as Chelsea beat Lincoln City 2-1. Lincoln were beating them for a lot of that game. I do remember that. And it was really close. It went down to the wire. But fair play to Lincoln for putting up a very strong game for Chelsea. But I do think Chelsea will win because I think this will be where Wolves exit the competition and exit the Premier League soon. I predict 1-0 Chelsea. I do see Wolves playing a lot of their starting 11, but I do see Chelsea with the billions of players and billions of pounds spent, and the amount of players that they will just have casually be good enough to beat Wolves. It'll just be a chill 1-0. It won't be nail biting, but yeah, it'll be 1-0. So we move on to the final game of the Carabao Cup in these predictions. The round of 16's final game for today's video is Newcastle United v Tottenham Hotspur. Newcastle in the Premier League sit 12th in the league, as Tottenham sit 3rd. So yeah, fair play to them. As last round, Newcastle saw off Bradford. Yeah, 4-1. Very dominant. Very, very dominant as Tottenham beat Doncaster 3-0. Two League One teams. Two League One teams that are quite good at the moment. So yeah. And I do have a feeling that Swansea, when we beat City and when we win in the semi-finals, that will probably age really well, won't it? We'll play Tottenham. So yeah. So that's why I've gone with the prediction of 3-2 Tottenham. A very good game, but I'll be watching Wrexham the day before this. So yeah. 8 p.m. kickoff. Yeah, so I would have an eye on that game as well. So yeah, make sure that you like and subscribe for more of these videos. So yeah, see you in the next video, guys. Peace out.